Welcome to this video, where we will explore the topic of disability inclusion in Cyprus. In this video, we'll take a closer look at what inclusion truly means for people with disabilities, the challenges we face in achieving full inclusion, and the steps that can be taken to overcome these obstacles. In this video, we're joined by a representative from a governmental institution who will share valuable insights on the current state of disability inclusion in Cyprus, the challenges faced, and the ongoing efforts to foster a more accessible and inclusive society. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of the current state of disability inclusion in Cyprus and the role each of us can play in fostering a more inclusive environment for people with disabilities. How do you define inclusion in terms of disability?
In Cyprus, inclusion means ensuring that persons with disabilities can fully participate in society and enjoy the same rights and opportunities as everyone else. This includes access to education, employment, healthcare, and social activities without discrimination. The goal is to remove barriers, whether physical, social, or attitudinal, so that individuals with disabilities can thrive in their communities, contributing to and benefiting from societal development.
What are the main challenges you have observed or encountered when trying to promote or achieve inclusion?
In Cyprus, one of the key challenges is the lack of adequate physical accessibility in many public and private spaces. Despite some improvements, there are still buildings, roads, and transportation systems that are not fully accessible to people with mobility impairments. Additionally, there are gaps in the implementation of inclusive education practices, and many children with disabilities are either not attending school or not fully integrated into mainstream educational settings. There is also a limited understanding and awareness of disability rights, which can lead to discrimination in employment and other areas. The cultural stigma surrounding disability still persists in some parts of society, often reinforcing negative attitudes and exclusion.
How do you think these challenges can be addressed or overcome?
Addressing these challenges requires a combination of policy enforcement and public awareness. Cyprus has made strides in aligning with the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. But the next step is ensuring that these policies are effectively implemented.
One key solution is to improve physical accessibility by upgrading infrastructure, including ramps, accessible transport, and the implementation of universal design principles in all new buildings. Additionally, we need to strengthen the inclusive education framework to ensure that students with disabilities are integrated into the general education system with appropriate support. Raising public awareness through campaigns and training programs can help shift societal attitudes and reduce stigma. Finally, providing more support for disability-led initiatives and ensuring that people with disabilities are involved in decision-making processes can help ensure that their needs are met more effectively.
What advice would you give to a professional?
For professionals working in the field, I would advise focusing on continuous learning about disability rights, accessible design, and inclusive practices. It's important to collaborate with organizations like the Cyprus Federation of the Disabled, the Cyprus Paraplegic Association, and other disability advocacy groups to stay informed about the needs of people with disabilities. Additionally, professionals should actively work to ensure that workplace practices are inclusive, with proper accommodations for employees with disabilities. For individuals who have experienced discrimination, I would encourage them to seek support from local disability organizations that can offer legal advice and advocacy services. The disability discrimination law in Cyprus provides avenues for individuals to challenge discrimination, and there are support networks to help guide people through these processes. It's important to know that no one should have to face discrimination in silence, and there are mechanisms in place to support those who face inequality.